Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. Guys, today we're checking out a new Malriks Trials, the molten crystal, otherwise known as the heart of the volcano. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay, so what do we all have going on here? Well, if you go to the battle gallery, it's really difficult to tell which is which. I think they need to add a tag to show, essentially what stage you're sorting by and what options you can have in here. Maybe over here somewhere like a filter of some kind. I'm sure they can work on that in the future. That being said, it's really hard to find everything that's going on in here for this specific stage versus the original stage that we had that came out. But it is called the Heart of Volcano. You can see the map right up here. And you have two crystals right here. You usually have a bunch of units that can spawn on the right side over here. There's some flying units like to come in the top. And there's usually tanky, more high damage units coming in from the left here. And so far, it hasn't seemed to be too much of a problem. But you can see we only have 4 tiles, ground tiles that you can place units on. We do have a lot of platform units that you can place down. The options of Ingrid pointing down here, or Ingrid pointing up here, or Boreas, or whatever kind of being on the field are all really good. And I don't know, I think it's gonna be like more of a, hey, let's do some platform DPS style thing for the Malriks Trials, because the other one seems to be completely dominated by ground tiles. So let's just go into a fight. I'm not going to spend too much time going into this. We're going to use a similar team than what you usually see. We're running Cyrus. I don't actually place them down because we're really kind of limited on our ground tiles. But Boreas, Valara. Boreas is an A5, Valara is an A5. These are all test server units and they are all A5. But I just want you to get the feeling of how this all goes. The good news is I just auto-equipped most of them, so I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. I do have Hex on here, although I'm not entirely certain if it's a best place for him, but he could definitely be used for sure. You could put him under the Starpiercer faction trial, kind of reach those big boss or those big tanky enemies coming up on the left side over there. Anyways, let's just get into the fight. I want to show you this as like a showcase preview so you can see what is happening. Yes, it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll move myself up now. You can see we do have a boss on this one. This is a level 3, I believe, the Queen Spider. Does some kind of ensnaring with the webs. I actually haven't really fought the boss yet, so I don't know where she comes in. But there also is a change on here for changes skeleton fighter to raging mutant rodent, which is turbo on hit. So whenever you hit them, they're gonna go faster. I think that's all it's saying. Reduces allies attack speed by 50. So nothing too crazy, because like I said, I just want to show you the stage so you can get a feel for it and see what's coming. Obviously Valara, I'm going to put right up here. It's a good place for her. She can hit those 2 units coming in up top. We can place Boreas over here. Then I like to place Eloin right here to keep them healed up. And we'll activate Boreas right away. Pretty straightforward stuff, guys. You know, just have some kind of mage or something over here to help deal with these guys. I think it can get a lot tougher as time goes on. So just keep that in mind. So now I'm going to go ahead and place Cyrus here facing forward. And I'm not going to place Hex up here yet facing up, because there's going to be 2 guys that come over here. I think I want to try Ingrid. You could try Ingrid here facing down to take care of a lot of these mobs that are coming in. But I want to try her here. She's a good lord to bring along for the faction bonus for some Sumukong and Kagiri as well. And those guys are going to be down here kind of stopping those guys if they actually manage to reach it. They probably will. So we're going to go ahead and place our Sumukong right here. Run 2x, get through the first wave. As you can see, we just pretty much easy cleared that. Something to keep in mind, it wasn't that hard to keep it under control so far. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and place a Hex here to help take care of those guys coming up on top. Or, you know, if you have them in the Starpiercer faction, you know, we could face them here down, face them here up. Pretty straightforward, guys. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to face Hollow here, facing down. And we'll activate Boreas again. hopefully take care of these guys. I think this was level 3. It might be a level 2. I think it's a level 2 mythic. I think is what it is actually. Apologize for the confusion. Volca didn't really need another unit. You could still place another unit down. It could be a Carnelian. It could be, you know, whatever you could possibly think of. There is options now that we have platforms. All right, here they come again. The next wave. I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen on this boss. So I think when the boss comes out, I'm going to slow it down so we can see what the Spider Queen does. I think that'd be an interesting thing to check out. All right, come on. Come on. We're kind of high up there. Move myself down a little bit. All right. Part of the volcano. I like the look of the stage. I do. I think there's a lot of options. I'm sure they'll add more challenges in the future for now, or maybe not. You know, maybe I just haven't seen them yet. But yeah, come on, let's get that boss out here. Here comes the queen. Okay, she's gonna come out over there. So like maybe Hex would have been good to just place to the right, or place here facing down, or something along those lines to try to hit that boss before it actually comes out. That boss will do some control effects. There you go. Just put a spider web out. We've seen that with the Araka boss, just kind of randomly, I think in faction trials. Okay, so she's sending out little suicide bombers too. Interesting. It might have been a good idea to try to target this gal coming in one way or another, because she's gonna keep sending these suicide bombs in, and we might have trouble taking care of them. I'm not sure yet. But activate Boreas. We'll activate Valara. See what we can do here. I don't know how much damage she's gonna do in my face like that, but we'll find out. Doesn't look too terrible. Taking her down. Yeah, there you go. She's gone. So I guess we got to see what the boss did. X doing some work up here. Valara being Valara. Always amazing to have Valara on the team. It's always amazing to have Valara. And then we're just finishing up the fight here. A couple more enemies coming in. So we have the skeletons. Are they going to turn into rodents? Or are these not the right ones? Oh, I don't think those are the right ones. Alright, come on. Take care of them, Boreas. You got this. Activate Valara. Take care of this guy up here. And that is it for this stage. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. You know, it's kind of hard to show you Malriks Trials typically, because they just have so many different variables that can kind of come into play. We'll go over some of them in just a moment. That may have been a level 3. All right, rewards. Yes, same old, same old. Yep. All right, on to, I just want to see if I have any higher level ones. Still kind of packed full of mossy crystals. They are called molten crystals. Changes Fallen Templar into plated Komodo with high defense and magic resistance. Okay, that's gonna be on the top left. Those Fallen Templars come in. Reduces allies max HP by 15%. Okay, let's see what else we got. Twisted Fight Sycophants. Okay, this is the mossies. Did I have any more? Well, they have a different shape. Okay, here we go. You can see there's a different symbol on the front. Changes Skeleton Executioner to Baron Salem. Magic damage immunity. So there's an interesting one where you're going to have to make sure you bring on some physical DPS. Obviously, X isn't going to fly there. Level 3 here. Here's a big one. Changes Lizardfly Imago. That's the guys that come over top. To Imago to Fogborn Deadeye. AoE damage. So the boss is gonna, or that Lizardfly is going to come out and start doing AoE damage instead. Adds 1 invincible airborne enemy to the right side of the map. Invincible airborne enemy. The soul core does not reduce HP when this enemy enters it. So it sounds like it's going to be some kind of airborne enemy you're going to have to resist its damage coming in. Very interesting. Queen Spider spawns, what is this, level 3? Queen Spider spawns 3 suicides each time and she enters spawning. Okay. Enemies spawned on the left side of the map take reduced damage when blocked. Okay, so let's just put this in and go and check this out, because this looks kind of crazy. It looks like I'm going to have some struggles with the invincible airborne enemy to the right. We'll do one more, and I'll just go in there with the same. Maybe I'll just bring somebody else with. Here, I'll bring Silas with. Just quick equip, see what happens. He's already wearing Infernal Roar. Sure, that's fine. Nothing too great. Full attack, whatever he is, but he is A5. That being said, he's not under the Star Piercer faction, so we're just gonna have to deal with what we deal with here. Let's see how difficult this is gonna be. First time going at a level 3. It can be tough. So there they are. Look at these guys coming in. Alright, so let's get that Eloin out right away. See how Valara handles that damage for those guys. Not bad. Not bad at all. How's Boreas doing over here? Not as good. But can he handle it? That's the question. I don't think that Valara is, Ingrid's gonna be able to handle this. Okay, look at him go. Got this or not? Alright. He's doing pretty good though. He's doing pretty good. Always remember that your Valara can help with these skeletons coming by if more get by. It seems like they kind of just walk through though, which is kind of weird. Go ahead and place another healer over here, facing down. Get ready for that. This guy's, here's the invincible one. How much damage are we talking about here? He's gonna do some damage. He's gotta have to do some damage. Not doing anything yet. I'm just sitting there. He'll do something eventually. I know he will. Invincible little flyer, dude. Alright. That one got by that time. Here he's taking care of business. They take less damage, remember, when they get to being blocked. Something to keep in mind. Ingrid's doing a little bit better. Now what are you gonna do here? Oops, I might have activated that too early. No, there was an enemy in there. It didn't do anything, so what's the point of the... It doesn't do any damage to the core. Huh, that was interesting. Can't use a wood elf anywhere because all the spots are used up. Oh, look at this now. Look at these guys. Alright. A little more reinforcements in the center there. That one's kind of weirding me out. Adds one invincible airborne unit to every side of the soul core does not get damaged. So what's the point of having it? It doesn't do anything. That's the confusing part. You know? I don't think it's doing any damage. Right, Hex went down. A little more of a struggle here. A lot of waves coming in. Alright. We just lose Silas again. Somebody's popping the Silas. I think it's the queen, isn't it? Let's get Boreas activated. I'm okay with losing this, by the way. Wouldn't be too surprised. Get another healer out here again. I'm trying to worry about the left side, I'm trying to worry about the right side. Everything is a concern. Okay, okay. Alright. We in trouble? Not quite. Spider Queen's up there. Let's start hitting her. Hopefully we survive. Looks like we're kind of in trouble here. Yep, we're in trouble. Yes, those guys just all walked by and it looks like that's going to be a loss. Yes, right there. All right, so I mean, it's gonna get tough, right? It's gonna get tough. That's how these Malriks Trials work. The more you can take on, the more you can figure out. That was a loss, so we're gonna give up and leave. Yes, that's fine. But guys, I don't think I have much more to show you. I just wanted to give you a showcase of the Malriks Trials. It does seem really cool to me. I'm happy they keep working on more trials like this, give us new things to tackle as we go along. And yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. As far as farming right now, I mean, it's probably easier to take on the first trial, to be honest with you, because just all the guides and stuff are already out there. Coming out soon, you know, people will keep working on these new guides. But anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I hope I found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out prospector.gg if you'd like to support the channel, the website, everything that I'm trying to do here for the community. Check out smile1.prospector.gg. You get a kickback from Moonton when you make purchases in the game if you decide to purchase. Anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep digging.